Debt can feel like a weight that never moves. What if you could flip the switch and pay it off in a deliberate sprint? In this video, I'll share a practical plan you can actually follow. It's built to cut through the noise and deliver real progress in weeks, not years. We call it the debt burst, a 60-day sprint to wipe out credit card debt. This isn't magic, just a concrete sequence you can repeat. First, map the battlefield. List every card, its balance, its APR, and its minimum payment. Note any penalties if you miss a payment. Write down the total debt you carry and the total minimums you must pay each month. This honestly small step starts your control game. Next, decide the order you'll pay. Most people go with the snowball or the avalanche. For fast results, you want the avalanche method. Pay the card with the highest APR first. The math is simple. Higher interest means more money wasted each month if you wait. After that one is paid, move to the next highest APR, and so on. Now build the burst budget. Track all essential expenses for a month: housing, food, transport, healthcare, and utilities. Lock in those minimum payments as non-negotiables. Everything else you can squeeze goes to debt every single month for the full 60 days. Find extra money to fuel the burst. Look for small, steady gains rather than a big windfall you might not get. Sell unused items online, take on a side gig for a couple of weekends, or offer a service in your community. Review recurring subscriptions and cancel the ones you don't truly need. Negotiate bills like your phone plan or insurance. Even small monthly savings add up fast. Set up 2 big payments each month. A good rhythm is to pay a larger chunk around the 15th and another around the 30th or on payday. By splitting the payments, you keep the momentum steady and you shrink the balance faster than a single monthly payment would allow. Schedule these payments so you never miss them. Protect the plan from derailment. Take the cards out of your wallet or freeze your credit so you aren't tempted to make new charges. If you have multiple cards, consider keeping only one with a small limit active for emergencies. The goal is fewer temptations and fewer chances to drift off course. Consider using a 0% balance transfer if you can do it safely. Look for a card with a generous intro period, but be mindful of transfer fees and the end date of the offer. Have a clear payoff plan before the promo ends so you don't fall back into debt when the rate changes. If you don't know how to manage it, skip this step and focus on your burst budget instead. Automate what you can. Set up automatic payments for at least the minimums and schedule the additional burst payments as reminders or automated transfers. You don't want human error to steal your momentum. A simple system beats heroic willpower any day. Check progress weekly. Sit down for 15 minutes to record your balances and recalculate the remaining payoff. Adjust the monthly burst amount if your income or expenses shift, but don't let the plan slip. Momentum loves consistency. Keep your eye on the bigger picture. Debt payoff is a means to freedom, not a badge you wear. Remind yourself that every dollar sent toward the balance reduces future interest and opens options you don't have today. The mindset matters as much as the dollars. Avoid common pitfalls. Don't ignore minimum payments or you'll trigger penalties and higher interest. Don't dip into an emergency fund to pay debt unless it's truly an emergency and the debt is crushing you. Don't use debt to fund lifestyle upgrades during the sprint. That defeats the purpose. If you hit a wall, adjust rather than quit. You can scale back non-essential spending further, pick up a small extra shift, or temporarily pause a subscription you forgot you had. Small, steady adjustments keep the sprint alive. What does a typical 60-day plan look like in numbers? Let's walk through a simple scenario. Imagine you owe 3 cards. Card A at 22% with a $2,000 balance, Card B at 19% with $1,500, and Card C at 24% with $1,800. Your minimums total $120 per month. You decide to put $400 extra toward debt each month, split as much as possible toward Card C first, because it has the highest APR. In month 1, you pay your minimums plus $260 toward Card C and $140 toward Card A to maintain progress. By the end of the first month, Card C drops to about $1,140. The second month, you repeat the same pattern, but now Card C has a smaller balance, so the amount toward Card A rises a little. By the end of 2 months, Card C could be paid off, Card A significantly reduced, and Card B's balance trimmed as well. This is the kind of concrete, trackable progress the sprint produces. If your debt load is heavier, the same logic still applies. The key is to lock in a realistic burst budget you can sustain for 60 days, attack the highest APR first, and keep the payments regular. It's not about dreams, it's about a repeatable sequence that reduces interest and lowers balances quickly. Once you're paid down a big chunk, you'll feel lighter and your confidence will grow. The key is to keep going with 2 big payments a month and to keep your extra money dedicated to debt until the balance is gone. If you're diligent, you can see a large portion of your debt disappear in about 2 months, and sometimes more if you started with very high balances. After the sprint, shift your focus to building an emergency fund and rethinking habits. You'll want a small cushion first, enough to cover 1 or 2 pay cycles. This guardrail prevents you from falling back into debt when an unexpected expense appears. With debt under control, you can start thinking about investing and wealth building more seriously. Start small, but start now. A modest monthly investment can grow through compounding, and it's easier to sustain when you're not fighting high-interest cards at the same time. This approach also changes how you manage money day to day. You'll become more intentional about every dollar because you've seen what consistent, focused effort can do. The skills you build here, budgeting, discipline, and regular progress checks, will serve you in investments, savings, and even bigger financial goals. If you're unsure about balancing debt payoff with investing, that's normal. The rule of thumb most people use is to tackle high-interest debt first before investing aggressively. Once the cards hurt less, you can allocate a portion of your monthly budget to an emergency fund and a small investment, then increase it as the balance shrinks. A quick warning about perfection. No plan is perfect, and life can throw curveballs. If a sudden medical bill or job change hits, pause the sprint, reassess, and then resume as soon as you can. The sprint is about momentum, not rigid perfection. Now, a short reminder of the power you have. The money you cut from debt can be redirected into opportunities. When interest stops eating your income, your ability to save grows, and with saving comes options. This is how a single disciplined plan can ripple into real wealth over time. 2 more things to keep in mind. First, celebrate small wins. Each time you hit a mini milestone, acknowledge it. It keeps motivation high and makes the work feel less like punishment and more like progress. Second, share your plan with someone you trust. A friend or family member can help you stay accountable, remind you of the stakes, and cheer you on when times get tough. You don't have to carry this alone. If you're listening and thinking this could work for you, start today. Pull out your last 3 statements, gather the balances and APRs, and write down your minimums. Then set a realistic burst budget for the next 60 days and commit to it. Remember, credit card debt is common, but it doesn't have to be permanent. A structured sprint, steady payments, and a little extra income can move you from overwhelmed to in control. The sooner you begin, the sooner you reclaim your money. If you found this helpful, please like this video. It helps more people see ideas that actually work. If you want more practical money plans like this, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next one. Share your plan in the comments. Tell me which card you're attacking first and what burst budget you're aiming for. I'll read every message and reply with encouragement or adjustments based on your situation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll break down another powerful habit you can use to build real wealth, one clear step at a time.